Severance Season 1's last few episodes introduced the overtime contingency protocol, which takes the show's narrative in a surprising direction. In its opening moments, Severance walks viewers through Lumen's highly controversial procedure, which involves installing a chip in an employee's brain through surgery. The chip ensures that as soon as the worker enters their workplace at the Lumen office, they lose all their memories from the outside world. This splits the individual's personality into two, while their outside persona is referred to as the outie, the one inside is the innie. Mark, Irving, and Dylan diligently work in Lumen's macrodata refinement (MDR) department in Severance Season 1. However, after Helly's arrival, the entire department gradually starts questioning the ethical and moral implications of what Lumen does to them. They initially believe that, as innies, they can never leave the office and access their outies' memories, which holds them back from finding the truth about Lumen. However, before Severance Season 1 ends its run, the 4 employees find an intriguing way to escape the confinements of their corporate prison. Overtime contingency is Lumen's process for waking up innies outside the severed floor. The innies use it in Season 1's finale to learn about their outie. Severance introduces the overtime contingency protocol in Season 1's Episode 6 when Milchick uses it to ask Dylan where he hid a card he stole from the O&D department. As shown in the episode, Milchick implements the protocol to activate Dylan's innie in the outside world to ask him where the card is instead of waiting for the innie to arrive at the Lumen office the next day. The protocol completely changes Dylan's innie because it makes him realize that his outie has a son he knows absolutely nothing about. Towards the ending arc of Severance Season 1, Dylan tells all his fellow innies at the MDR about the overtime contingency protocol, prompting them to use it to learn about their lives outside the Lumen office. After getting access to a brochure that states all the steps required to activate the protocol, Dylan uses Mark's security card, which his outie acquired from Grana, to access the protocol room. Although 2 people are required to execute the activation process, Dylan pushes his physical limits to single-handedly activate Mark, Helly, and Irving's outies in Severance Season 1's finale. What Lumen really uses overtime contingency protocol for. The overtime contingency protocol is saved for extreme scenarios. Adam Scott as Mark Scout from Severance, 2022, atop Lumen Industries logo custom image by Yaida Chacon. Despite being with Lumen for quite some time, Dylan, Irving, and Mark did not know about overtime contingency, which proves that Lumen only uses it when absolutely necessary. Milchick uses it because he fears that Dylan's innie's actions could threaten the confidentiality of Lumen's work, which could eventually expose the truth behind what the company is trying to achieve. Milchick also mentions that he himself took the decision to use the protocol on Dylan and did not ask Coble for permission. Given how Coble is way more careful about ensuring that the innies and outies stay separate and learn nothing about one another, she would have even stopped Milchick from using the protocol. Milchick's mistake of using the protocol without consulting Coble leads to disastrous consequences in Severance Season 1's ending. After learning about it, the MDR employees use the overtime contingency to temporarily see their outies' worlds. As a result, Mark, Helly, and Irving's innies learn a lot more about their outies in Severance Season 1's finale than they had anticipated.